Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Martina and it's unbelievable, but it was already more than 2 months ago when I made my last video, and obviously there is a reason why I made a break, because I was on a longer vacation. I went to India and you know, they say incredible India, and this is exactly like that. So it's just amazing, and it's so different to what I'm used to. And well, anyway, I came back with a lot of fabrics, pretty stuff, trims, whatsoever, and probably I will turn them into one or the other journal. So let's see. But today I would like to share my last 2 journals, which I had completed before I went on vacation. So this is one. I call it Flower Magic, and I show you the other, and the other one I will show you towards the end of this video, very shortly. This is the other one, and it already has some, how to say, some Indian vibes, but not only. Let's focus first on Flower Magic. Well, this is a celebration of the beauty of flowers, and it starts with the cover, and it goes throughout this whole journal. Flowers all over, pretty flowers, wonderful flowers, flowers in all forms and shapes. I show you the cover first, and then we go inside. So I have made a collage from different pretty flower cotton fabrics. I have further decorated them with lace, a little bit of old doily lace here. The spine is a wonderful, pretty Indian trim with this really, really impressive flowers. Here some daisies, some green lace, some white cotton lace. Also the buttons which I have used for decoration in wood, they also have some flower designs. And then I made a collage from different material and decorated it further with some button. And the closure is different than my typical closures. You have seen it probably already. Here it's made from very, very pretty Indian trim, which I have closed with this closure, so it can be easily opened and closed. This journal has more than 140 pages. It measures 20 centimeters times 13.5, and it comes with a 6.5 centimeter spine, and inches 7 3/4, 1 5/4, and 2.5 inch. So let's go inside. Well, I have attached, or I have made many different compartments in this journal, you will see. And it already starts with one on the left hand side. So when you open it like this, what you can see here is this really, really impressive, wonderful and beautiful Indian trim, which I love so much. And lucky me, I still have a little bit left. So it has this pretty pink, it has this wonderful green, and I think it's a very nice introduction into the theme, the magic of flowers. Then here already the first flip out, because this is a bookmark, you can take it out. The new owner can write her name if she wants, because this journal is available in my Etsy shop. But you can also open it like this. Then you have a window element here with some flower tag. You can open it like that. There is another pocket in a flower shape. Then you have another flip up, and this flip up has a pocket here, has a pocket there, decorated with old doily. And when you flip it up, then you see this wonderful collector card. And I've used some of the collector cards also in this journal because I love them so much. Here's also some lace and this really pretty iris. And then you have another flip up or flip out and another journaling card inside. As I say, flowers all over in all forms and shapes, and I really love them. So that's this. Then here, what I did here is I have attached a mini journal into this bigger journal. It's closed with this satin thread, and it's a bow. You can open it like this. You can remove this journal because it is attached not by sewing, but I have attached it with this thread over here through 2 holes. But if you don't want to attach the thread through the holes, you can also just lay it around like this and it stays put. I have formed this little journal from 2 cards from the Victoria and Albert Museum featuring William Morris design, and I have decorated this one with, again, these really pretty flower cards, collector cards, which I love so much. And on the back side there is a little pocket also showing some paisleys, I guess. Paisleys, yeah? Paisleys, yeah? Paisleys, again. Okay, just a short flip through this journal. Coffee dyed paper, a little bit of decoration, lace, here, different paper, something you can flip out, just a little playful thing, bird. So just to, this is embossed, just to play a little bit and have fun with it. And you can keep it with you if you want to take some notes or whatsoever. So it's a little addition to this journal. So then what you see here is again this really pretty Indian trim, which I've shown you before on the closure of this journal. And here you have a bigger journaling card, which I've backed with green paper, and usually all my journaling cards are sewn around, or almost all of them. And of course, you know me. If you know me, you know. If you don't, then you know now. I use a lot of lace, I use a lot of trim because I love to decorate. I love this a little bit more feminine, playful design. And here I have used this really pretty red, nicely corresponding to the red of these roses, and another additional trim which comes in green and red. And here decoration again. This is this pretty lace paper from Anton. Here this is craft paper, and this craft paper has been formed into a pocket, and inside there is this book belongs to card. Again, flowers, of course, flowers, flower here. A really, really pretty ruffle. I like it when it peeks out like that. And here I have formed a little belly band, and there is this wonderful bookmark. I have used these bookmarks in some of my other journals already because I love them so much. They are so pretty, and also the flower designs, of course, perfectly matches the theme. So again, a little pocket here with some tag. There is another journaling card here in this tuck spot, and have a look on this really pretty design paper. Isn't this gorgeous? Really pretty. And again, a trim, a cotton trim in rose shapes. Side pocket with some nice paper. You can journal on the back side, and as usual, my journals do have a lot of decoration, but they also do have a lot of journaling space because I don't decorate each and every page to the fullest. So there is enough space, and also for further decoration you can do whatever you want with it. And as I said that, it is available in my Etsy shop. This is coffee stenciled. Here I have sewn on some vellum. Also you can see it has a kind of a rose design, and when you flip it up then you have a pocket, and in this pocket there is another journaling card postal, some nice lace over here, empty page. In the center spot you have this really pretty motif with this flower bouquet, and I further decorated it with this red trim because it nicely corresponds to the red of the flowers. And here I made some stenciling. This is lavender, which I have dried, glued on this paper which I made by coffee and color dyeing, stenciling, and then I have secured it with some fabric which is transparent and has these little stars, so you can still see it, and it's really robust, nothing can happen. And I put it in here. Again, this coffee stenciling. This is another pretty flower picture, flower illustration. And it's formed into a pocket, and inside there is a butterfly, because you know butterflies and flowers go so well together. And have a look on this purple, and have a look on here. And this is this really, really pretty trim with this pearls and beads, and I love it. And also the backside is nice with some information about flowers. There is another journaling card sitting in this pocket over here. Stenciled. And this is a very tiny pocket without anything inside, but you can put something inside because you can see it's like that. And it has butterflies. This is this pretty craft paper. And we are at the end of the first signature, but here there's another hidden pocket. And in this hidden pocket is one of my self-created tags, decoupage, old book paper, tissue paper, and varnish, and it sits here. This is decoration, and the second signature starts with lace, velvet, and some decoration on this side. And when you turn it, then you see another nice digital paper from Anton in this pretty flower design. And this one here stems from the Victorian flower album. It's not that old, but I wanted to secure the page, therefore I have added some washi tape over here in this pretty yellow, which nicely matches the yellow over there, so that it's really sturdy. Look at this. Isn't this pink so pretty? And look at this, such a nice correspondence. This is again coffee stenciled paper plus some color pigments. Side pocket, which I have torn, another journaling card. This is from some old book from 1890, something like this, and I coffee dyed it in order to give it an even more antique look. And what I did here is I used this hand-dyed, handmade paper, not by me, I purchased it, and I have glued on patches of the fabric which I have used to form the cover of this journal. So you can see it, you can flip it up, and you can feel it. And it looks nice, I think, and it has these pretty flowers. Butterfly, which I have embossed, and then a nice pocket, which I have formed from some fabric. I just cut out this pattern here and turned it into a pocket, and there is a tag, and then there is another tag in the form of in the shape of a dress, and I just added this little bow. Yeah, I know it's very playful, but this is my style, and this is what I like to do. Again, some lace over here. Yeah, flowers all over. Also here you see a very pretty digital paper, and this slim, pretty tag with the butterfly. Then you see on the corresponding, on the opposite page, similar design. Again, this slim tag. And you see this pretty rose paper, which is gift wrapping paper. Fancy stitched around, turned into a pocket, and here there is an envelope which I formed, decorated with lace and some further decoration. You can use it to write on the inside because I have not glued it, and inside there is another little tag. As I say, enough room for writing or further decoration. And here there is also some nice lace. The center spot of the second signature I have collaged with old book paper, fabric, made a tassel, because I was very much into tassel making recently. I love it, also with the pearls. And also attached this collector card, some lace. On the back side I formed a pocket from those two pretty illustrations. Made some stenciling, and inside this pocket there is some further tags and some information about flowers. And here you see this really pretty lace or trim with these little flowers. I have formed a pocket sewn on from some fabric and further decorated it with different fabric in order to give it a nice look. And there are two journaling cards and a bookmark, one journaling card and a bookmark. And another tiny envelope, which I have decorated with paper lace. And inside there is another tiny journaling card. Very, very tiny and small, but I love those small little things. Again, you see fancy stitching. Heavy pink paper with the peacock, because there is almost no journal in my collection without a peacock. All of them, typically almost all of them, do have peacocks. It's old book paper. This is a tag which I have collaged. I like to do it. I like to use my paper scraps and make the collages, decorate further. Here I did also some embossing, then sewn around, added some more things. It's just fun. And it looks good, I think, because look at this blue. This blue and the blue of the butterfly, they do correspond so well, and also the old book paper corresponds very well with this writing here. Yeah, there is another. This could be another pocket. Again, I have not put anything into it because it's already quite full, and I want to leave something for the imagination of the new owner. And here, this is number 3, and I use this curtain fabric, which is so pretty because it has some gold threads inside into it, and it shimmers a little bit, and it perfectly matches, I think, this really pretty design of this digital paper. Therefore it's here. Oh, what is this? Well, I think this is something you can open. Let's see what is behind. So you can open it like this. And then you see again stenciled paper and a little bird, blue bird of happiness, saying hello to my friend Sarah in Canada. So I close this later. This is another illustration of some flowers with some light blue trim in order to match the design here. And many of you probably will have seen that. This is the the famous coffee dyed paper by May from Saudi Arabia. Hi May. Here this is pretty lace. Paper bag, which I have coffee and color dyed and further decorated with fabric. Look at this pretty designs here. I just glued it on, and inside this paper bag there is another tag. Again, this pink paper. I love the pink. Well, it should not be too much, but a little bit of pink is always a good thing, I guess. This is another pocket, and inside this pocket there is another journaling card, and again heavily stitched, fancy stitching, old book paper, coffee stenciled and color dyed. And look at this. It looks pretty here, but it looks also very interesting and impressive from the back side. And this is why I love to do this. First coffee dyeing, then adding the color pigments and putting on the stencil so that you get the pattern, and then wait and see what comes out. Typically it's nice. So, and here you see another pretty illustration from flowers, and it's called the Nymphea Dahlia. Yellow paper. I think yellow is also a nice color which I have used in this journal because many flowers obviously are yellow, and therefore I had included it here. Another collaged tag, and here I've also added some trim and another collector's card. And look at this pretty design paper. It's so cute. And here you can see another illustration. And there's another pocket with a bird, flower and music paper sitting here. Yeah, so we come to the next one. I think we are already at number 4. Number 4 starts with double lace in red and beige with a wooden button, and all of that I think corresponds nicely to the design of this digital paper. And what I did here is I have bagged the inside with old music paper, which I had coffee dyed, and then I think I had coffee dyed Yes, I had coffee dyed it, and then I also decoupaged with this pretty yellow tissue paper, and then I added also some glimmer because I think it looks so pretty and it gives this sunny feeling and this flowery feeling, and overall it also matches nicely the vellum which you see here with the yellow flowers. And when you turn that, then you see another construction which I tried out, and this is based on something which I have seen by Sarah Lee Armstrong from New Zealand. Probably you know her. She does really, really amazing journals, and she has once shown the construction of this thing. I show you. This is movable. You can move it, and then you can open this one. You can turn this one, and if you have it like this, then you see this is the pretty bird, and it is a compartment. When you open it, then you see inside there is something, and what I put inside is from a vintage or even antique flower catalog. I have cut out some of the flowers in order to fit here, and you have some nice illustrations. And on the back side I did also some embossing with embossing powder. So I think that's an interesting approach. And the yellow is perfect to the yellow here. This is another side tuck with some design paper or digital paper, and you can write on the back side. Of course, this is, you have seen, this is Edith Holden, and of course Edith Holden matches very nicely the theme of flower magic. Also this lace nicely matches flower magic. Again, some decoupaging in this here. This is hydrangea, and also some glitter, a little bit of glitter, yellow paper with a little tiny lace, pretty craft paper where I have added a doily, coffee dyed, and a wooden button. On the back side I have, because I've sewn it on, the back side I have secured, or I have decorated with some pretty washi tape, flowers and birds. Decoration here, fancy stitching. When you turn it, then you see a teacup. I have to glue this teacup, and the teacup is also a pocket, and there is another journaling card. This is pretty paper which I coffee dyed and color dyed. And then in the center spot what you see is also a kind of a compartment having 4 rooms, 4 chambers, and in each of the chambers there is a nice tag with some flowers. And when you look at it like this, then you see how nicely it matches the pink of this lace, and how nicely it matches also the pink of this side. So I love it when it's in this kind of a harmony. Another pocket, another journaling card. Again, enough room for writing or further decoration. And here my beloved slim tags with the wonderful butterflies sitting on a page which I have decorated with a digital paper showing Victorian wallpaper. And here, this pocket here, I have decorated with real wallpaper, so you have this nice touch. And it sits like this, lace over here, stenciling, and when you turn this is also stenciled, and then you see it nicely matches here. Again, vellum decoration over there. We come to the last signature, and the last signature I have decorated with this pretty fabric which has been gifted to me. And I love the pink, I love this gold, and it nicely matches here this rose design. Coffee stenciled, craft paper showing a Victorian lady and a rose. And again another tag, and here in this glass bowl. This is a little bit of green lace with a flower, peacock again, and green lace over here. Look at this pretty design paper, so many butterflies, and this pretty tag, huge tag, so enough room to write. This is again the Victorian flower album, This is a three trifold, see, all in pink, and inside there is journaling card 1, journaling card 2, journaling card 4. I think it's the other way around, like this. Lace. Again, this pretty dress, I love it. It's so cute. And some butterflies. And here also washi tape here, a little bit of decoration. And here this is digital paper, stenciled, coffee stenciled, pretty craft paper. This is a little notebook which I formed from my hand-dyed paper. So you can turn it like this, and you can leave it as is, whatever you want. It looks nice, and it also has a purpose. So this is this wallpaper design. So this is something I did some time ago. It's collaged and it's varnished with glossy varnish, so it's really resistant. And here you see some of my eco-dyed paper, which I do not do that often, and when I do it, it turns out relatively light, and but I like it, and therefore I have, from time to time, I use it. So another bit of lace, and here in this pretty page, what you see here is also something which stems from an old book, 1890 or so, and it matches the theme nicely, I think, because, well, it's in German, but it says Aus dem Leben der Honigbienen, and it translates into All About Honeybees. Lace, Victoria Flower Album, another pocket. This one here is glued. You see again this eco-dyed paper, craft paper, stenciled paper. Now we come to the end, but not quite, because there is still something I would like to show you. And this is here, this kind of a compartment. And I formed this from, I've decorated it with fabric, with wonderful cotton fabric in really, really pretty colors. And further decorated it with this trim around. And when you open it, and also the buttons are covered with this fabric. When you open it like this, and you see, this is this one, you can open it like that. And then there is another belly band and another huge journaling card, also decorated with lace, and on the back side also color dyed, and it sits here. So this was Flower Magic. I hope you liked it. If you do, have a look in my Etsy shop, and if you still have time and appetite and passion and patience, you might want to have a short, very short look into the other journal I would like to show you. This is a very short one, very small one, but I think still very cute, and it's called Pink Joy. This is Indian fabric, this is Indian fabric, this is Indian decoration, and this is Indian sari trim in silk. And on the back side I have used some other fabric, and I've made a nice pocket with some really pretty fabric, formed it and put something in the pocket, another trim, and when you open it, and you see also the inside has been decorated or has been covered with fabric, very pretty. So it's pink, it's really pink, but not only, but pink is one of the prominent colors here. Craft paper, some nice ruffle, this tag which I made, some old paper, coffee dyed paper or color dyed paper, a little booklet which I have also varnished. This is also from India. And then there is an old collector card, La Flor de la Riviera. This is French. So some decoration here, coffee dyed paper here. You can flip this up. Inside there is another journaling card, lace, some nice decoration over here. This is gift wrapping paper. This is again pink paper. Here you have again these wonderful combination of different material. This is my tag which I did. Another paper bag, journaling card. So I just flipped through it very quickly because I think this is made from fabric, because I think you are already a little bit long with me. And this is a little envelope which I made, and inside these are also old things. These are some coat of arms from different German towns. They're sitting here. And some nice decoration. So this is what I did. I covered it with vellum, so it gives a little bit of this pastel appearance. This is this pretty paper, ruffle, nice tag. So this is Pink Joy, and I just wanted to give you a little glimpse into it. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope you could stay until the end, and I hope to see you soon when I start also making some new journals, maybe with the Indian fabric and trims and whatever I brought with me. Have a nice day. This was Martina. Bye bye.